Custer, and now we turn to the representative from American Samoa, Amata, for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Chairman Dunn and Ranking Member Brownlee, for holding this hearing today, and thank you to the panel for your testimony. Thank you all for your service. Ensuring the long-term health of our veterans is a top priority, and any potential hazards to our armed forces need to be addressed swiftly and thoroughly. To that end, I'm proud to co-sponsor Congresswoman Gabbard's H.R. 5671 and Congresswoman Estes' H.R. 1279. I believe these pieces of bipartisan legislation are good first steps towards addressing this issue, and I hope this hearing will help flesh out other potential steps we can take and address some of the concerns surrounding this problem. Research and data collection are paramount to understanding a health risk with potential long-term effects, whether it be burn pits or other environmental factors, and I'd like to focus my question on the burn pit registry and how it may serve as an informational resource. So, Dr. Erickson, just so I can better understand, from an epidemiological perspective, what challenges arise when working with data points collected via voluntary health survey registry, such as that used in the burn pit registry? And as time passes since the initial point of exposure, does research become more difficult? And if so, why?
Those are excellent questions. From an EPI standpoint, there are two major biases that we're concerned about. One bias is who is volunteering to participate. There's the potential that the most sick individuals, in fact, will participate and therefore then give a non-representative view of who's being affected and who's not. The second bias involves self-report, in that it's an individual who is reporting their exposures, reporting what they've been told by a doctor they have. And this is not to impugn the character of anybody, but through time, it is true that sometimes my recollection, perhaps all of us, starts to wane. And so there can be a bias in that regard. The second part of your question was, with time. Absolutely. We want to get out in front of this. In fact, I hope that the written testimony that we submitted shows that, in fact, VA desires and is getting out in front of this as best we can. There are so many questions to be answered. We've got the studies underway. We're doing a lot of really good things. Can we do better? Yes, we can do better. We're hoping to do better. We're looking to do better. But I think what we're doing is, in fact, on the right track. And we need to get to it now. We need to start those studies now, because you're right. If we waited 10 years, 20 years to start those studies, then that would be Agent Orange all over again.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I yield back.